coming to a head, neck, and trunk seated position. And if you are near the wall, which these three are, you can actually use the wall to make sure that you are head, neck, and trunk straight. You know the 5 points that need to be touching. If you're comfortable, we'll just go ahead and begin. So Kapalabhati at your pace or at my pace, whatever feels appropriate. Om Bhurva Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dio Yonaha Prachodayat. Om Bhurva Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dio Yonaha Prachodayat. Om Bhurva Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dio Yonaha Prachodayat. Om Bhurva Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dio Yonaha Prachodayat. Om Bhurva Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dio Yonaha Prachodayat. Om Bhurva Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dio Yonaha Prachodayat. Om Bhurva Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dio Yonaha Prachodayat. Om Bhurva Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dio Yonaha Prachodayat Om Bhurgva Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dio Yonaha Prachodayat Om Bhurgva Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dio Yonaha Prachodayat Om Bhurgva Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dio Yonaha Prachodayat Om Bhurgva Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dio Yonaha Prachodayat Om Bhurgva Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dio Yonaha Prachodayat Om Bhurgva Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dio Yonaha Prachodayat Om Bhurgva Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dio Yonaha Prachodayat Om Bhurgva Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dio Yonaha Prachodayat Om Bhurgva Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dio Yonaha Prachodayat Om Bhurgva Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dio Yonaha Prachodayat Om Bhurgva Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dio Yonaha Prachodayat Om Bhurgva Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dio Yonaha Prachodayat Om Bhurgva Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dio Yonaha Prachodayat Om Bhurgva Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dio Yonaha Prachodayat Om Bhurgva Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dio Yonaha Prachodayat Om Bhurgva Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dio Yonaha Prachodayat Om Bhurgva Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dio Yonaha Prachodayat Om Bhurgva Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dio Yonaha Prachodayat Om Bhurgva Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dio Yonaha Prachodayat Om Bhurgva Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dio Yonaha Prachodayat Om Bhurgva Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dio Yonaha Prachodayat Om Bhurgva Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dio Yonaha Prachodayat Om Bhurgva Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bargo devasya dhimahi Dio yonaha prachodayat Om Bhurbhuva Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bargo devasya dhimahi Dio yonaha prachodayat Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Asato Ma Sadagamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Ritoma Amritam Gamaya Om Sahanao Bhavantu Sahanao Punaktu Sahaviryam Karvavare Tejasvinavaditamastu Ma Vidvishavahe Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Let's go ahead and prepare for Nature the Eye Lum. So bringing the right hand thumb up 6 inches in front of the nose, left hand behind, thumb up. Opening the eyes, focusing on that front thumb, seeing 2 thumbs behind, alternating to the back thumb, 2 in front, moving between the 2. Into the eyes, blink and shut. And allowing the eyes to remain shut and begin to make disc going to the left, traveling around the back of the head. Next time the eyes approach the starting point, allowing the eyes to stop and then immediately reverse. Fixing the eyes to push the starting point, allowing the eyes to stop. To soften to the back of the skull, bringing the palms together, rubbing them together, getting lots of heat, lots of energy. When you feel that heat, cup the palms over the eyes. Take the energy from the crown chakra, directing it through the arms, the forearms, the palms, back into the eyes. And then once the heat begins to dissipate, gently give the eyes, temples, cheeks, anywhere that needs any extra touch, any extra healing this morning. And when you are ready, open in the eyes. So for those of you at home, if you have your wall space cleared, that's great. If you don't have wall space, you can still do everything just without the wall. So for you three, face me. And then whatever cross-legged position you want, just remember which leg is in front, which shouldn't be too big of a deal. So you guys are all going to be a little different because of your height differences and also because of flexibility. So you're going to take the hand that's closest to the wall and you're going to extend it out. And then the top hand, so if you can come down to the forearm, great. If you need a block, great. You can put the arm on a block. And then so pretend that my hand now is pressing into the wall. And then you're going to press into the wall. You can walk the arm behind. You can look up. You can keep the gaze forward or you can keep the gaze down. So you really press into the wall. So as you press into the wall, you're really pressing back because I don't want those sitting bones off the ground. I want the sitting bones to stay really firmly rooted into the earth. So for the folks here, you're really pressing through that left side. So as much as you can, so push the palm, if you can take the palm flat, would you take the palm flat and walk the hand so you can even walk behind you, so you should be able to get a little more stretch through and try to press the arm as straight as possible. You can take it higher. Keep pressing firmly. A few more breaths here. So also if you are at home practicing on the wall, try to have your props. I'm not sure exactly what all props we will be using, but we will be using props, so have them nearby as well. Okay, good morning, Miss Conway. Good morning, Darden, and good morning, Allie. Okay, a couple more breaths here. Put some effort into it for the last couple breaths. Okay, the next exhalation, go ahead and release. Bring it up, and now you're just going to flip. So just turn around, and as you turn around, so the opposite side is going to be near the wall. Also switch, so the opposite leg is in lead. And you might find big differences. The wall's pretty good for showing some asymmetry in the body. So same thing, you know what to do. Get adjusted accordingly. So feel like you're trying to turn the chest up towards the ceiling. Even if you're not getting there, visualize it. So try to have the elbow in line with the hip pointer. And try to have the forearm parallel to the long line of the mat. So you're pressing through. Walk the arm behind you if you can. Find the gaze that's appropriate. Be super mindful. Now you're pressing through the right side here at the mandir. So the opposite side. Be really cognizant of the differences. Spend some time focusing on the breath. We're here winding down a bit, so make the last few breaths count. Really, really, really count here. And bring it up. Okay, now, so you're going to turn around with the back to the wall and take one block, first or second level. Let's not go third level today. I want us to really focus on getting the stretch through the hip flexor region. So pretend that, for you guys at home here, pretend that the wall's behind me. So I want to have space. So you're interlacing the fingers and pretend my hands are now pressing into the baseboard. So you do not want the hands to cheat and come away. So you're gonna find, if the arms, okay, with the exception if the shoulders are really restricted, you don't have to press into the baseboard. So then you'll place the block underneath, first level. So like I said, we're focusing on getting some stretch here first. So hands, and you'll notice that you might have to readjust a bit when you get here. So both legs come up. Feel free, if you need to bend the legs, that's fine, but we're going to start just slowly alternating, lowering the right leg. We bring the right leg to the top, we lower the left leg. And I want you to be slow and deliberate. So up and down. So palms press into the baseboard. Have the hands, so if you can keep all the fingers and everything locked, you should have the bottom part of the hands also pressing into the floor. That's if flexibility allows. And then when you're ready, legs up. Bent legs or straight legs, try to keep, so legs come to the top. So we're at this 90 degrees. And now one leg at a time, because I want us to get this stretch through the hip flexors. So we lower the right leg. Be slow and deliberate here. When the right leg comes to the top, then we lower the left leg. So you're going to do a few with the toes, however your toes are. Now we're just going to flip and do opposite. So if you've got the toes pointed, you've got the toes drawing back towards the shins, it doesn't matter. We'll flip it around in a bit. Keep pressing into the wall. I'll be back, I have to pee. Okay, flip the feet, so whatever position you were in with the feet, you're doing the opposite now.
Extended.
Mm-hmm. Keep pressing into the wall. It's perfectly okay to have bent legs. Couple more times now. Okay, now finish out the set, both legs to the top. If you're feeling like the block is just a bit much, you can always go to a blanket. If you're feeling like, yeah, you know what, I think I have a little more range of motion, flip the block to the second level. Okay, quickly switch one forefinger over. So rotate those fingers, press back into the wall. You pick which leg you want to lower to just hovering above the floor. We're going to get to the second one. Pick the foot position you want. 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch it. 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21. Press firmly through those palms. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, bring it up. Bend both legs. Feet flat, so heels in line with the sitting bones. Now keep pressing into the wall just a couple times. So take the feet flat, press into the wall, and lift up and down. If you want to take the blocks, now you could go third level. If you're comfortable third level with the bridge, that's fine. But you're going to just press up and down off of the block a few times. And if you want to rotate the opposite hand back, that's fine too. If you want to keep that awkward finger there, that's perfectly fine as well. Perfectly fine as well. So you just go up and down just a few times off of those blocks. Try to press through those arms. Try to keep the feet parallel to each other. Okay, the next time you lift, hold. 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and release. Release the hands just for a second. Remove the block. Squeeze the legs in. Okay, you do not have to have the hands on the wall for the next one. Take the block and place it in between the thighs. You figure out the position that you want. Okay, if you are having the hands, this is going to take a little bit more strength, so be mindful here. You do not have to have the hands on the wall. Back to that same position. If you didn't switch, opposite forefinger in lead position, push the legs straight. Bent or straight, and if you're feeling like, you know what, I better just not do this with the block, or both legs at the same time, do one at a time. Okay, press into the wall, lower the legs down. Bring the legs up. If you need the hands under the butt, go for it. Lower the legs down. Bring them up. Bent legs or straight legs, you decide here. Lower down. Bring it up. Lower down. Bring it up after you go down. Okay, now do this a few times at your own pace. Don't fly. We don't want momentum here. Like I said though, if you need to remove the hands from the wall, this can make it a little more challenging. Remove the hands. There's always another day for another practice, unless today's your last day alive. And keep those hands pressed to the wall. Go out strong.
Great.
A bit more. Keep pressing those palms to the wall. 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you want to finish one more, go for it. You're finished. Bring it up, remove the block, squeeze the legs in. Then you're going to turn around now and you're going to face the wall. Okay. I might need to show this. But, okay, so what you're going to do is you want to get in as close as you can to the wall. Lift the legs up, and you can vary it based on flexibility. The blocks are going to help, but you're going to look up and down. So come in, slide, legs up. So come, so right or left side, and then just swing the legs around and up. So kind of come down like this to the side, and then swing the legs up. So try to get the butt as close to the wall, and then swing the legs around. Okay, now push the arms straight. So it's going to vary based on flexibility. And if you can, you try to slide the legs up, and then you slide them down. So you climb up the wall and you come down the wall. Up and down. So the legs can move here because you're taking them up and then you're lowering them down.
Are you actually bending the elbows?
Yeah.
Like a dip?
Yep, like a dip, exactly. Try with the fingers on the front of the block, Kylie, just see if that feels a little better. Good. 18. Sometimes like you slide down, you're like, oh, I want to go back up.
Go back. Feet come down easy.
Yeah, they come down. The socks usually make it easier for this. 17. 16. 'Try pressing through the heels as you come down and see if that helps you. Oh, that was nice, Carly. Yep. Should draw the toes back. Yeah, there you go. 15. 14. 13. 12. 11. 10. 9. 8.
It's easily what you execute. My mind.
7. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, now I want you to stay exactly that position, but let's just stretch it out. So try to keep the legs just pressed to the wall. And then legs as straight as you can get them. And then just try as much as you can. Anytime you can, maybe you can walk it a little closer. Does that make sense what I'm saying? Okay.
Yep, stay up there.
Yeah, stay up there. Thank you.
Get up and stay up. Push in.
Okay. So once you get up, so we're going to try to keep the butt off the floor. I'm going to do a quick countdown, and then we're going to stretch it out. Okay. 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay there. You can take the butt to the floor. Just stay there. Try to press through now. Make your spine as long as you can. Get the legs as straight as you can. You can keep a micro bend if you need a bigger bend. Keep some slight internal rotation happening. Draw the toes back towards the shin. Just stretch it out here. Anytime you want, if you feel inclined, maybe you can take the legs a little higher, walk the torso in a little bit closer. Nothing's ever required. Couple more breaths. Draw those toes back. Lengthen the spine a little bit more.
Kill the.
That's definitely not cold anymore.
Carly, you okay with kill the heat?
Oh yeah. Totally. I only have a couple more layers left.
And release. Okay, now we're going to turn around. We're going to go into downward facing dog. Okay, we will get to the blocks, so have your blocks handy, but we're not going to use them right away. I want you downward facing dog, balls of the feet on the floor, the rest of the foot pressed up to the wall. Have the blocks handy. I mean, if you absolutely need them now, it's perfectly fine, but we will add the blocks, which will make it a little bit more lucrative in a minute. Okay, balls of the feet, press through the heels. Okay, now take it into downward facing dog. So you might need to adjust the arms a little bit because we are going to come into a forward plank. This is exactly how the feet should be in plank. Nice and vertical, parallel to each other. Really high on the balls of the feet, keep pressing into the wall. Press through the palms, make the palms super flat. Forefingers or middle fingers parallel, you choose. Press back, downward facing dog. Forward plank. Downward facing dog. Press through those palms. Forward plank. Press back, downward facing dog. Forward plank. downward facing dog. Forward plank. Okay, quickly be super mindful of the feet and the hands here. Press through the palms, really ground through. Press through evenly through all 10 toes. Take it back, downward facing dog. Okay, now forward plank. Lower down halfway, just halfway. We're not even going all the way. Push it up. Lower down halfway. Push it up. Halfway. Push it up. Halfway. Push it up. Halfway. Push it up. Press back, downward facing dog. Okay, now take the hands on the 2 blocks. Press back, downward facing dog. So the blocks are going to make it easier for this next part. Bring your right leg through. Try to keep it off the floor as much as you can, and then place it between the blocks. Lift the right foot up, take it back, press back, downward facing dog. Left leg, feed it through, same thing, keep it lifting, and then whoop, it's just like this, it floats up and then it's like whoop, take it back. A few more times now on your own. So pick a pace that feels like, yeah, this is gonna work for me. And you can change the level of the blocks as well too. Second level will give you a little more space. Remember, yoga is not about building up like big bulky muscles, being, you know, where you're super buff and you walk down the street and you can't even touch your body, let alone I don't know how they wipe their asses. It's very confusing to me.
Bidet.
Right? I thought that, but not everyone can have a bidet. and then it's gonna get crusty and itchy. Just so many problems.
Back scratcher.
But we want to be able to handle your own body weight. That starts to make you feel really empowered, really strong, because you can handle, if I can handle my own body weight, guess what? I can handle whatever life throws at me as well. As with and without. The next time you bring your right leg forward, I want you to stay there in that lunge.
So trying to push the heel back,
Mhm.
up on the balls of the feet.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, being next to the wall here, you're gonna fire the muscles it's gonna be very different. Okay, now lift up off, high lunge. Nice. Take your left hand to the outside of the right leg. So just the left hand on the thigh. And push, and now open the right arm back. If you can hit the wall, you can press into the wall, get a little more movement with the wall. The gaze can be straight ahead. It can be to the back, whatever. And if you can't push through that back leg, make it super strong. Couple more breaths here. Release the hands, bring the arms up. So See if you can lift through that back leg a little bit more. Don't let the breath change. Release it down. Take it back, downward facing dog. If you want a resting breath here, you can. If you want to drop to the knees, do a couple cat cows, you can do that. Otherwise, let's move to the second leg. So you know what's happening now. Bring it forward. Get established. When you feel inclined, you're going to bring the arms up. You're going to pause with that lunge just for a few breaths before we go into the twist. We don't need to rush anything. Rushing is part of our problem. When we're rushing, we're not mindful. We're not present. Be present in the body right now. The body you have is the body that you need in this lifetime to work through whatever karmas you've chosen to work through in this lifetime. And the planets aligned perfectly for you to come to planet Earth to work out those karmas. How gracious. How kind God, the universe, is. Go into that twist. If the twist isn't working for you, you don't have to do it. Here's something that we all need to consider. Part of the reason why we are incapable of feeling God's love is because we have gone, every time you feel like someone has betrayed you, someone has hurt you, you harden the heart. And it's not just this lifetime, but how many lifetimes have we felt betrayed, right? We have felt hurt. Go ahead, release, take it back, downward facing dog. Oh, sorry, yes, thank you, Carly. Pause in that, lift it one first. And then take it back, downward facing dog. Okay, now we are going to use the blocks. Come to a forward plank. So the blocks are going to make this a little bit more interesting. If you need to drop to the knees, by all means drop to the knees. If you need to remove the blocks, remove the blocks. Lower down halfway. Keep the elbows tucked in. Push it up. Lower down halfway. 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 Push it up. One more time, halfway. Push it up. Press back, downward facing dog. Take just a resting breath or two. Okay, now, so you're going to come forward so the heels are at the wall. And be mindful here, you do not have to go very high. So the blocks are actually going to be kind of handy. They're going to give you a little bit of length here. So we're going to start with the right leg and we're going to unwind it. And then I want you to press the ball of the foot. And then if you want, you can start walking back. Keep the balls pressed to the wall. You real flexible there.
Then you don't have any balls.
You got your lady balls.
You're on the inside, aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah. You got your lady balls. So really press it. When we press through the ball of the foot, that's going to allow us to get that movement. So you start to work on lowering the hip pointer. Couple more breaths here. And actually, you might want to just stay here for the next part. There should be enough room for me to put myself in here. Okay, so if you're staying here, so what you're going to do is I want you to lift that bottom foot up and just toe tap, so at the thigh, and take it down. Toe tap and down. Toe tap and down. 18. Ooh, layers coming off. 17. 16. 15. 14. 13. 12. I always think it's so fun working muscles differently. 11. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Stay up. We'll do a quick countdown.
Keep the toe tap.
Yep, keep the toe tap. Yep. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Good job. Well done, you all.
How's it going at home?
Fair question. How's it going at home, guys? Second side. Ooh, how are your shoulders doing?
Good.
Okay. Second side. So we're going to stay. We're going to stretch it out first. I think they're having their morning coffee.
Yeah. It's not gonna help.
This is real fun.
Yeah.
They're wagering. Is somebody going to go down? And that has happened, let me tell you. So let's just stretch it out at first. Focus on the breath. So going back to this whole thing of every time we feel like someone has wronged us, we hold on to that wrong, and then we build this wall. And we had built this wall. Oh, Darden said body's doing more than she thought it could. Yes,
Yay.
win, total win. Yes, because you've not been feeling well. Great. So we've been holding on to these betrayals, and every time we feel like someone has betrayed us, has wronged us in any way, right? We reinforce that wall. So then the wall basically becomes impenetrable. But not only do we blame the person who wronged us, but many times we blame God. How could you let this happen to me? So now not only do we have a wall that is built against others, but we have this wall that's reinforced that we think God is doing all this to us. We think God is betraying us. Go ahead and start toe tapping. So how can we possibly feel love when we feel like God has betrayed us? How can we feel God's love? Everything that happens for us, not to us. 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's hold it. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Ooh, press back. Downward facing dog. Back to the balls of the feet.
They need like straps to go around these. They're like glove things that like you could like lock your hands.
They do have, which I gave mine to Ed, jump through bars so that you grip them and then you don't.
Slide.
Okay, we're bringing the right leg forward and we're dropping down to the back knee. So if you need if you want a blanket underneath the knee. Kyler, do you want a blanket?
I think I'm good for now.
Okay.
They get some comfort.
So press through. So I want the ball of the foot on the wall, and I want that foot as high. So we want the foot pretty much parallel to the walls. So ball of the foot on the wall, and the rest of the foot on the wall as well. Okay, now let's try to have the knee on top of the ankle, the front knee. So the right knee right on top of the left ankle. So we're going into the Kriya that we normally do, but now, so your hands, if you want, you can stay low. Otherwise, hands, and then push back. So try to have the left leg as straight as you can possibly get it. And push the arms as straight as you can. So we think this person has betrayed us. We think God is punishing us. We reinforce this wall. So how can we possibly feel love? Because we think it's this wall of protection. It's a wall of contraction. What are you protecting yourself from? From love? It's a wall of contraction that we have built over lifetimes. So visualize, whatever wall you visualize, that is so solid. So not only can we not feel love outside of ourselves, but the love that is inside of us, because remember, God is closer to us than our own hearts. We can't even feel that love, because the wall is blocking. And release. Switch sides. If you want to make progress quickly, then you need to start asking yourself, why don't you believe in karma? Oh, I believe in karma when everything's going my way. When I got the job I wanted, when I got the house I wanted, when I got the partner I wanted, when I got the child I wanted, when I got the trip I wanted. Oh yeah, I believe in karma. I'm getting everything I deserve. But the moment I get a divorce, the moment I lose my job, the moment my child says, I hate you. Why? Why is this happening to me? I'm such a good person. Then your belief in karma goes right out the fucking window. Because ye of little faith. When you see people that you don't like suffering, oh, that's karma. He's getting what he deserves. That's karma. She's getting what she deserves. When you see those same people succeeding, why the hell are they getting that? Why is she getting that? Why is he getting that? Why did she get that promotion? Why did he get that new car? Why does he love her? Why doesn't he love me? I'm better than she is. I'm better than he is. No faith in karma then. And release. Press back, downward facing dog. Come to a forward plank. We're just going to do this a few times now. Press back, downward facing dog. Forward plank. 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 Downward facing dog. Okay, quickly drop to the knees. I personally like the blanket underneath my knees here. Let me borrow these for a second. Probably most of us were going to want to have the blocks on the highest level here. So we're going to step back. So I want the right knee all the way up to the toes on the wall. And this is where the blocks on the highest level can become quite handy. Bring your left foot forward. So now you want the left knee on top of the ankle. You can stay here. You can come up. You can begin to push up. But maybe you want to stay right here. Let me know where you feel this. So knee all the way to the top of the foot on the wall. Then you bring the left foot out, so the knee is now on top of the ankle. hands on blocks, or you can bring the hands up. You can push back.
It's crazy. I feel it in my shoulder still.
Yeah, exactly. Most people don't. They don't feel it there. It's the weirdest thing.
Must be gravity.
Must be because he's, what's that dude's name? That basketball player?
Oh.
Kobe Bryant.
Yeah.
What's his daughter's
Daughter.
name? Yeah.
Kobina.
I think she averages 6 points. She averages 6 points a game. In the YMCA league. Falling.
Okay, now if you would like to bring the arms up. So, wait a minute. Yep, just like that. Okay. Push forward. Yeah, walk the hands down. Yep, push forward so you feel like you want to bring the crown. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
It did. And then we're going squeezing the elbows. Yep, just like that. Good. It is very intense. Can you feel the differences between the two sides here? This guy is like, okay. And I want you to press into me. So try to keep really firm. Okay. Press, press, press. Good. Okay, now release. Relax. Yeah. Good. So back to this fast track on the spiritual path. So we know there are no life hacks. You can jump in all the ice baths that you want. You can do all the ayahuasca journeys that you want. But if you're not doing your practice, you won't make progress. There are no life hacks. Yoga is not a hit it and a quit it. It's arduous. If it were so easy, we would see saints walking around all over the place. What do we see? We see thieves. We see liars. We see gossip mongers. Go ahead, release. Switch sides. The streets aren't flooded with Swamijis and Swami Satchidanandas and Yoganandas. They're flooded with influencers, whatever an influencer is. I'm really still not sure.
You get paid for that?
This is also another really good one to feel differences between the two sides. But if you want to be on this fast track, it's one thing to say, everything that happens to me is my karma. It's another to believe it within the depths of your being. There is nothing chaotic in this world. The only thing chaotic is our minds, our reactions to what is happening to us. Just because you don't have clarity of mind doesn't mean God is confused. Clarity of mind will lead to this right thinking, right action. Yoga is skillfulness in action. But if we want to move forward, we must know that everything that happens for us, not to us. God is not looking to punish us. We've talked about it before. So imagine this huge puzzle. And each of our souls, our individual souls, Atmans, is a part of that puzzle. And we're doing the practice so that we can merge back with that puzzle. Couple more breaths. God wants the puzzle complete. He wants us to come back. He wants that full puzzle. He doesn't want a puzzle with missing pieces. So nothing is here to punish us. It's here to rub and scrub us so that, guess what? We get to merge back with that puzzle. Go ahead and release. Press back, downward facing dog. We're going to take just a couple of resting breaths. So for those of you at home, grab the strap. I'm going to grab the straps for these folks here. So you decide if you want to be down dog or forward plank while I get the straps ready. Alex said instead of DOMS, delayed onset muscle soreness, she has immediate onset muscle soreness. So when you get the strap, make sure that you are creating your little lasso. Oh, thanks, guys. And press back. If you want to drop down to the knees and do a couple cat and cows, by all means do that. Then you're going to stand up and you're going to face the wall with the strap. And go ahead and hook the strap around the right ankle. Or the left ankle. Oh. It doesn't matter. Okay, now you're going to take the left hand and slide it up, and then you're going to hook the strap first with the right hand. So left hand slides up the wall, and you can adjust where you want that left leg. Then you're going to bring that foot up. Okay, now hook the strap with both hands, and I want you to walk the hands towards the strap, and as you do, magically the foot starts to lift. Keep the hips level. If you want, you can bring the head back. Yeah. There you go. Good. Couple more breaths. Try to squeeze the elbows towards each other. So imagine you have a block in between the elbows, and you're holding the block with the elbows. And release. Switch sides.
All house arrest.
What'd you say? So you know that they have a charger on those, and you have to literally like charge. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yep. Because if you don't have it charged, it'll start beeping. At least that's what I've been told. Carly, do you remember us having this conversation?
The
About
house arrest?
Uh-huh.
Sort of.
So same thing, try to keep the hip pointers level.
Something about the garage.
Yeah, with Joe, who's in
Yeah.
the garage, yeah. Oh baby, I gotta go charge my This is just my fancy anklet. Make sure the weight is evenly distributed on that standing foot. How is this side different? So going back to this, making fast progress. If you can shift the way you think so that you are no longer a victim, that everything happens for you, there's no one out to get you, there's no one out to punish you, everything that happens to bring you closer to God. Wow, how much happier would you be? How much better would you be? Instead of when something really shitty happens, we fall into a heap. Because when something shitty happens, we do think of God. We may be blaming God, but at least we're thinking of God. But what if we shift that blame to like, oh wow, okay, switch back to the first side. So we're going to do this twice on each side. So instead of blaming God, we pause and we're like, wow, thank you, God. Thank you for realizing I have enough strength to handle this situation. Thank you for allowing me to purge this karma. Thank you. Thank you for thinking more highly of me than I think of me. Thank you for loving me enough, wanting me to return home. Then you will never look and see anyone as an enemy. There will never be foes. There will never be hardships. There will never be doubts. There will never be confusion. Switch sides. There will be nothing but gratitude. And when you have an attitude of gratitude, you automatically cultivate that space of grace to receive God's grace. Not because God is there to like, oh wow, look, but because you've opened yourself so that you can receive it, you can feel it. That's the difference. To me, an atheist is a person whose heart is so closed they cannot feel God's presence. God doesn't love any of us any more than anyone else. It just so happens some of us are more open to feeling the presence of God. That's it. That's different. The sun doesn't shine differently on any of us. God doesn't love us any differently. We just have to work on tearing down that wall so that we can feel it. It's there. It is there. And release. Okay, turn around now. Sit at the wall. Push the feet forward. And you can mark it with blocks. So I want the fingers where the heels are. So if you don't have the flexibility to pull back and maneuver around, then just mark it with the blocks. Then you're going to press up, and then you're going to begin to press the leg straight. And I was moving pretty fast there, but because we're running a little late, and we still haven't got through all the wall stuff we could do at one time. Right? So go ahead, mark it, and then hands where the fingers where the heels were. So after you get it marked, walk it up. So we want to make the body at 90 degrees. And it's kind of hard. Like this. So I'm going to have you walk the feet down. So I want the legs at 90 degrees. Legs are parallel to the floor.
So do I need to move my arms out?
No, you just need to.
Okay.
Yep.
Just get the balls.
Mm-hmm.
Do it.
Okay, now stop there, kind of like push the legs straight.
I think I might need to come out more.
Okay, try it.
Maybe.
You can try it. Okay, walk the feet down, Carly.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, maybe take the
I'm on my head.
socks
Yeah,
off.
that's what it is.
Okay, pause and then push. There. Okay, but now what we would actually need is the arms to come back.
That's what it is. Would you tuck the head and look back at the wall?
Mhm.
Would you like tuck the head and look back
Yes.
at the wall?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Still, I was right first. That's a scary feeling to like
It is a
push
scary
straight.
feeling. It
over
is.
your
It
hands.
is. It takes a lot of strength that we are not really. And then, good, Parviz. Good.
Nice.
It feels really
Did you
good.
say the hands on the blocks?
You can have the hands on the blocks, but you don't have to.
Okay.
It's a longer way down if you have them on the blocks. So just a couple more times here trying. Okay, and then push there, Kyler, and push the legs right there. Okay. And you have to suction the feet into the wall too. Okay. All right, come up. at you there.
Yeah.
Okay, now, no, I don't want you to walk up anymore. Lower, walk the feet down. Yes, okay, there. Is she 90 degrees?
Yeah, pretty much.
Push back with the feet, push back with the feet, push, push, push. There you go. Yeah, it takes, the belly is what's pushing back.
Okay.
There you, okay. Now your arms actually wouldn't, so
More forward or?
right here.
Whoa! I gotta break my wrist. Alright, we're gonna give it a go though.
Got it.
Obviously, we're shoulder width apart, right? Okay.
Okay, now stop there and push. Yeah, yes. Yep.
Holy
That's
smokes.
it.
That's a ton on the wrist. And abs for sure.
Yes.
Huh. Alright.
I remember Miranda did this in her class at Laura Center, and she pushed her heels into our shoulders to set us back.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, yeah.
You want to try it one more time?
Yeah, that's a good one.
And okay, go ahead and then release, and then go ahead and back up to the wall, and then come forward as much as you can. So keep the butt pressed, the hips pressed to the wall. We should do a 3-hour wall class. Right?
Like you said, I mean, you really work some different areas that you just can't, like, from, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So go ahead and bring the right leg up and go into a twist. So then you'll twist facing towards the front. I'm going to turn this back on because my hands going to get chilled. Switch it to the second side. And unwind. And then we'll come to the back and we'll get ready for relaxation. So doing whatever you need to do to prepare. You need to put anything under the knees, the calves, you need to cover up. You want to put something over the eyes. It's kind of bright in here. Whatever it is. So the body can sit up so that it can totally soften here. And then we allow space at the crown of the head to relax. The space in between the eyebrows. Relax. Temples. Relax. Eyes, nose, mouth. Relax. Chin, jawline, ears, relax, neck, throat, relax, shoulders, upper arms, elbows, forearms, relax, wrist, palms, fingers, relax, tailbone, lower back, middle back, upper back, relax, chest, belly, all the internal organs, relax, hips, buttocks, relax, thighs, knees, shins, calves, relax, ankles, heels, arches, tops of the feet, balls of the feet, toes, relax. The entire body has become totally, completely relaxed. Somehow, my life has been continuously directed by a higher will. I didn't have any interest in coming to this country. I didn't have any interest in going to Sri Lanka. Somehow, Providence put me in various places. It just pushed me here, there, one place after the other, as if some unseen hand were moving me, even from childhood itself. I never wanted to do anything myself. I simply accepted whatever was presented to me. After high school, I went to study technical things. When I finished that and came back, I was immediately asked to go manage a temple. From temple management, I was pushed into the automobile field. It just happened. Somebody called me, come, you do this. Whatever came, I accepted. Yes, maybe I have something to learn there. Even going to different teachers was like that. It's not that it was my wish from the very beginning. There was some hand behind everything guiding me from place to place. And that hand is still functioning. I am here today. I don't know where I will be tomorrow. I'm ever ready to move according to the will of that higher force. And that is enough for me. That keeps me always peaceful, contented, happy, and carefree. That's what you call renunciation. Renounce your personal interest and God will work through you. He will put you wherever it is necessary. Whatever is presented to you, do it happily and joyfully, because everything is God's work. Now returning to the breath, directing it to the toes and the fingers. Gently begin to wiggle them, allowing the body to stretch and to move as if for the first time today. And when it is ready, rolling to the right or left, whichever side seems to be beckoning. And when the body decides it's time, bringing it to a seated posture. So if you are near the wall still, go ahead, use the wall to align the head, neck, and trunk straight. fitting any props necessary. So the hips, the shoulder blades, the middle of the head. We'll be practicing with So Hum this afternoon. Inhaling So, exhaling Hum. So as we're doing this, as much as you can, make the breath without sound, continuous, smooth. Be cognizant of which side feels more open. Maybe both sides are pretty balanced right now. Tvameva, Tvameva Vidya, Dravinam Tvameva, Tvameva Sarvam, Mama Deva Deva. Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha, Sarve Santu Niramayaha, Sarve Bhadrani Pashantu, Ma Kaschit Dukkha Bhakbhavit. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. May all be happy. May all be healthy. May all experience prosperity in everything. May all be free from suffering. Om peace, peace, peace. Let me cherish those that God cherishes. Let me forgive those that God forgives. Let me serve those that God serves. Let me love those that God loves. Jai Shri Ram. Thank you.